Yes, sir. What's up, good people? It's your boy, the boy, Henry Heck, back at it again. Episode 19 of the GG or Die podcast. We are right on the cusp of episode 20. Yes, sir, Bob. It went by fairly quickly, but let's get 19 underway. And it's been a somewhat rough week for gaming. You see what I'm saying? We had the news pop out of nowhere. We had the atomic bomb dropped, whereas PlayStation hath announced there will be no more physical media produced by them as of January 2028. Came out of thin air. People are up in arms. As much as people want to say, oh, we seen this coming, nobody figured it would be coming this week. Everybody was shocked. You know, like I said, people played like it was no big deal. And a lot of the people who it don't affect had tons to say. You even had people flip-flopping after they hear Trevor Noah speak on a situation. And I produced a video about this early, give my perspective. And I've since read a bit, had a bit of research presented to me, and even though in the beginning I was still against this, keep in mind, in the beginning I still don't think this is a good idea, even as a full digital gamer, because I placed the example. I still buy Blu-ray discs. You know, I still do. That's how I choose to, engage with the media. But there were individuals who did not do that. Those are individuals who had digital mere days ago. Lost tons of movies. Tons of movies. We just seen this happen. You could very easily lose your digital game collection. We've seen Colin Moriarty. We've seen the world record holder in platinums lose their accounts. And yes, Colin Moriarty was able to get his back. But Colin Moriarty is a special individual. He is a unicorn in the sea of gamers. He has relationships at the company, cultivated over years of working inside of the gaming industry. Your average individual don't have that. I'd even say a lot of these YouTubers that got a following don't got that. When you have the number one record holder, the number one participant in trophy hunting, lose out, it's safe to say your average individual is slim to none that you're gonna get your games back. And yes, here recently, I enjoy multiplayer games. I do. And here recently, the last two I've engaged with and enjoyed, Concord, High Guard. They shut Concord down and they reimbursed me my money. They shut High Guard down, they reimbursed me my money from buying the battle pass. You lose your account, or you lose access to they just reach in your library and snatch a game out. Chances are you not getting your money back. You lose your whole account. You lose your whole collection of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games. You think they finna reimburse you them funds? Hell to the no. What they saying that? They said thank you. When they're talking about them, they said thank you. Thank you for your bread. That's what they said. I would be offended. I would be offended if you snatched stuff out my library talking about thank you and ain't reimbursed me a dime. Situations like this, it's been popping up, and it just don't get the notoriety it deserves as far as people like losing access to their accounts and whatnot. Situation with Nintendo. Because people like I'm gonna run to Nintendo. What's going on with the Kingdom Hearts situation over there? Because the people who bought that game or having access to that game through some kind of cloud situation, they're saying you'll get a discount, ain't telling you what the discount is, but you already bought the game. Why are they not just reimbursing your monies or giving you store credit or just giving you the new game? Because they taking it away. It ain't a situation of it's an upgrade and you still keep the old version. And then too, because I was doing some thinking about possibly switching, and for me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not that attached to the library. You know what I'm saying? So if it's another avenue Because at this point, it's like a death of a thousand cuts. Like, everything is causing me to now look elsewhere. You raise the price of Plus. Something else might look a little more interesting. You know what I mean? Not getting no refund the one time I try to get a refund off a game that's still in beta, ain't even came out yet, and I can't even get my money back. Now I'm looking in another direction. You know what I mean? Free online. It's not even that big a deal, but all the stuff stacking up on top of each other, now looking enticing. The problem is, I was a customer that was content. I was content. But if you're going to keep raising prices, you're going to take away the option of going back physical. Because right now, even as a digital gamer, you still have the option to go back physical anytime you want to. Or you had that option. You got that option for the next, year and a half. Well, not even a year and a half. You got the option. And that's one thing that a lot of people leaving out is, even if you are fully digital, you had the option to transition at any point in time. You had the option to go out there and buy that disk drive and hook it up to your system. A good amount of people went out, and when the PS5 first released, a good amount of people went out and got that version. When PS5 first released, I got a digital because I couldn't get nothing else, and I wanted that 5, baby. But as soon as I could get the physical edition, guess what the fuck I did? Guess what the freak I did? I scooped that good guy up. You know what I'm saying? Because of the option. I still watch Blu-rays. I still had PS4 games I wanted to play. It's the option. And yeah, you could, if you go purchase you a game, it ain't really hitting. You could take it back to the store. Sure, you might take a hit on it, but you can still take that and put it towards something else. Like in my local shop, I got hella store credit. I don't even use it. I got hella store credit. Oh, would you like to use it? Nah, I'm cool. Just save it. Nah, I'm cool. I got hella store credit, bro. I don't even know what I would use it for, to be honest with you. Because I go in there. I like to support my local business. I'm a local business. I like to support my local business. So and that's how I go. You can't do that no longer. Or you won't be able to after the date. And that's crazy to me. And I'm looking like, okay, sure. Obvious, whatever the numbers is, obviously more people are digital. I'm not going to argue with that. I'm not even going to put up a fight against that. It is what it is. You got a lot of people doing a lot of research. Will 777JP, some other individuals, going in and going through the digging. Finding the discrepancies. Seeing what games they are counting. Seeing it's some free-to-play games in there they counting towards it. They didn't even get a physical release, so you didn't have the option. At first, Fortnite did get a physical release. They ain't releasing that joint physical no more. Concord did have a physical release. I'm not sure if Helldivers had a physical release. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But if it did, you might want to go scoop that bitch up. You might want to. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm getting back active. Yeah, I'm an individual that would be seen as part of the problem because I use the cloud, baby. I use it. And I did transition to buying bro, damn near at this point, I'm 100% physical. Just off the strength of not wanting to change the disc. I'm complicit. Brothers. But at the end of the day, I'm not ignorant enough to sit up here and say it don't affect me. Because rest assured, there will be a time. Rest assured, you give them an inch, they gonna take a mile. It's it's whispers out here. They finna up the price of Plus again. And for what, brother? For what? What you gonna give the customer in return? They wanted to put games on PC to make more money. What did the PlayStation get in return? You know what I mean? They finna cut this situation out with these discs, save themselves a bunch of money, get themselves more control over the medium. But what is the consumer gonna get? You got a lot of people out here talking about, oh, well, y'all ain't giving them a chance to reply. That's on them. What was stopping them from putting their plans inside the blog post? Because they thought it was going to be smooth. They thought it was going to we're going to drop this new. We're going to have a couple people upset, but oh fucking well. Even had Sean Layden talking about, they trying to figure it out for 20 years how they going to get people all digital. It's everybody's favorite right here. This the PlayStation Golden Boy right here. People wanted to throw the games to PC situation. They want to throw that all on Jim Ryan. That's what they wanted to do. Sean Layden himself stepped up and said, nah, that was me. Then doubled down. A couple days ago. Then they wanted to share a portion of what he was talking about as far as this, but didn't want to share the rest of it. Interesting. And I ain't got no problem with him. He was indeed great for PlayStation for a time. And he even illustrated some of his mistakes in that. As far as they should have just made the PSP 2. All it needed was another stick. And they did a little bit too much as far as holding the hardware side and feature-wise with the Vita. The memory was a problem, a mistake they made. Which everybody knew. Now, I enjoyed the Vita, but did it need fucking front and back touchscreen? Did it need front and back cameras? Did it need that? Nah, it didn't really. It didn't. Stack them shoulder buttons, other trigger, we good to goddamn go. Because it had the Bluetooth, had Wi-Fi capabilities. This really all you needed. How much money could they have saved if they would cut them cameras out and the back touchpad? Well, you can keep the front touchpad, and they cut the back touchpad out. They would have saved a decent amount of money, in my opinion. Them cameras alone back then can't have been cheap. Can't have been. But this whole situation has really caused me to do some thinking. The question was asked, if I'm going to be forced into all digital, why not go to a platform that does digital better? You got some people who want to try to pivot and twist it like, oh, well, PC's been all digital for it's been to their benefit because they've now learned how to do it the proper way. The digital consumer over there has the proper protections. Not to say that they are invulnerable to similar things happening. They're not invulnerable to being hacked. They're not invulnerable to games being snatched out the library. They're not invulnerable to this type of stuff or games being delisted. It's just rarer. So why would I not then go to a place where it's less likely for me to befall misfortune? It make most sense. Not saying that everybody should just give up and run away. Because you give up and run away to Nintendo, it's only a matter of time, baby. Shout out to Lisa Shaw. Just a matter of time. Because it's already costing them more money than putting the game on the disc. They spending more. Rest assured, 2-3 years, it's going to be a similar conversation surrounding them. And oh yes, they've been complicit too. Game key cards. People want to forget. I want to act like that didn't happen. People were in the uproar about game key cards. And what happened? All of it died down magically. People were tight. They sent out surveys and everything. Now people want to act like they don't exist. Oh, I'm going over here. I ain't going over there. Going over there. Everybody should be uniting on this. Even the people who it don't affect. Yeah, you see people who it don't affect eager to jump out the window. LOL. Don't affect me. Ha ha ha. I'm going to be enjoying GTA 6 day one. Cool. But when something happens and you want to stand up against something and ain't nobody, you look around and ain't nobody behind you, ain't no need and you have no attitude about it. Ain't no need whatsoever you have an attitude about it. People want people to stand up when it comes to something they passionate about. But then when it comes time to stand side by side, shoulder to shoulder to an individual that's trying to fight the good fight from their perspective, ain't nobody want to say nothing. Even as a console warrior, you want physical to continue just by the strength of Nintendo still doing it right now. Nintendo still doing it, so fuck it, PlayStation ought to be doing it too. It's so many angles you come up at this as to why an individual should care. You a PlayStation console warrior. This situation make Nintendo look more appealing. And I don't know. I really don't understand why people are just so adamant about fuck it. They need to. It's gonna affect me. Good. I see one more say good. Like, bro, if you don't buy physical, then what does it matter to you? It ain't like they finna save this money and then produce more games with it. That's not about to happen. They made more money than ever before while making less games than ever before. And you think you finna get the benefit out of this? PlayStation see an opportunity to diverse. Sony, I ain't gonna say play. Sony see an opportunity to diversify. Gaming has been carrying them for centuries. Now they see an opportunity where they can potentially make even more money going over here to this lens shit. That's what it is. They've had to rely on one division so long. Now the opportunity has popped up for them to not have to do that and not be so, because I would imagine if you're a company that big and you have to rely that much on one thing to carry the whole company, it might be kind of scary. It might be kind of scary. So then when another opportunity pop up where you can potentially make billions upon billions upon billions upon billions, you might want to say, oh man, we might need to do this for the health of the company long term. Sound like some shit they'll say. For the health of the company long term. This might purely just be a Sony thing. And PlayStation gotta fall in, even though they carrying, they gotta fall in line. And stuff just fall in place in such a way where it makes sense for them to just go along with it. Not that they got a choice any fucking way. Let's be clear. Even if they was fighting tooth and nail, if the big boss say, hey, this is what we doing, this is what the fuck we doing. It is what it is. But, in doing some more thinking about it, obviously, people have transitioned more to digital. Obviously, you may not need as many facilities to accommodate that as you currently have. So why not just slowly taper off? Why not, just slowly repurpose these facilities? Why not just do it as people transition instead of just immediately? You know what I'm saying? Why not contract with some of these third-party companies like a Limited Run or a Loot Box and have them outsource that to them? They got a reputation. It's not like they just doing it out of their garage. Even if they were, if you got a reputation in the pipeline, let them handle it. Let them handle it. And people will say, oh, it's because they don't want to give that cut to keep losing that money, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Then maybe even negotiate for a smaller split. Maybe. I feel like it was plenty of avenues still open, and we can, over the course of this next year, raise these ideas, present these ideas, get some legislation written up and involved, because this has been needed. This has been needed. Ain't no reason why the EU ought to be leading the charge on stuff like this. No reason whatsoever. They're supposed to be the land of the goddamn free. This is supposed to be the land of the people right here. Freedom. All this supposed to be built on freedom. Yeah, we being restricted and constrained around every goddamn corner. Every goddamn corner. Ain't no reason why. I made a tweet. I said, if we can officially trade money, dollars, digitally, we ought to be able to trade content and games digitally. And we can. We can. They ain't got no money they ain't got no reason. They ain't got no problem with taking our money digitally for a digital game. The pipeline is already there. Why can I not buy a game full price, trade it with Will 777JP, or sell it to him at a discount, and PlayStation take their little piece? They take whatever little cut, whatever little 10%, whatever they want to take. You know what I mean? Why can't I do that? You see what I'm saying? And I fully believe that they finna take a look at this game sharing shit. I fully believe it's gonna be some kind of record. They're gonna throw some kind of requirement on there or something. I see them doing it. Because if this is a play about them controlling and want every single cent for every game sale, and they don't want people, being able to sell and trade them games on the other hand market, and they want this kind of control, I fully expect them to take a look at this game sharing. I do. I absolutely do. And I had a game share partner. My game share partner has recently transitioned on over to PC. You get me? But also, that's also a way a lot of people handle the affordability factor. I throw up 35, the homie throw up 35, we can get us a $70 game. They still getting the $70, but in their mind, they may look at it like, oh, well, we could have got 70 from each of them. We could have got 2 70s. We could have got 2 of them. Yeah. It's just, I get in the business, you want to make as much money as you can make. But at the same time, bro, it's the difference between making your money through giving value and just being fucking greedy, bro. Just being fucking greedy. It's like everything's being looked at from a lens of how can we extract more while giving less. Plus went up, and they offered the ability to cloud stream to the PlayStation Portal. That provided me value, but a lot of people don't use cloud. A lot of people don't even have Portal. So for that increase, what are they getting? What are they getting? I'm confused. How are they adding this value? Especially if they go up on Plus again, what would be the value proposition for that? You know what I mean? Because, yeah, you can make the argument of the games they give you dollar amount for each of those games. It is worth it. Like, if you go down to price out the price of these games, it's worth it. But if you're an individual who already not interested, what if you already got them games? You're just paying for online. You're just paying to have discounts for indie games. $2, $3 off. I don't feel like it's looked at enough as to how can we provide value to everybody. It's just hit and miss. It's hit and miss. And I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do. Cause the main thing that keep an individual from running the PC is that it's PC and it's Windows. But if you got companies out here putting together these Steam Cube-like devices, small form factor that marketed toward going into your living room, and you got Steam OS, which is offering a console-like experience, you don't even have to have Windows on your system. You don't even have to have Windows, because the problem with the Steam Big Picture now is you still got Windows running in the background, doing whatever the fuck it is Windows is doing. Some bullshit, probably. But if you got Steam, you don't even have to have that. You just fully ditch Windows altogether. And you got a Steam controller. You have that docked on the mantle. You have that docked on the side table or whatever. You pick that joint up, hit that button. The Steam situation wake up. Because is the Steam machine price per performance value there? Not really. Not really. It's not there. They limited anyway. Valve knew people weren't going to be widely adopting this. But what it has done is set along I don't even know the word right now, it's escaping me, flexible memory. A chain reaction, whereas you got a lot of these companies producing a Steam Cube for them. For cheaper. More powerful. But what is it going to run? Steam OS. So in the end, even if you're not buying the limited device from them that they didn't make a bunch of anyway, you still going to be running the OS. Because I had this question in my mind, like leading up to the release, like, bro, what if they just want to get Steam OS out there as much as possible? People gonna buy the Cube. Like, you got people gonna buy it for research. You got people want to buy it just to have it. You're gonna have people buy it just because it does what it does. Shout out to Terry inside the Discord. Got an idea of how she gonna go about using it already. You got people like that, and that's who it's for right there. That's who it's for right there. You know what I mean? But if it was truly an OS game, an OS play, Gabe still won in the end. Because now some people are open to the idea of having this small system in your room, in your living room, or even your bedroom, wherever. Put it wherever you want to put it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, I'm like mentally restricting it to just the living room. But put it wherever. Bedroom. You can use whatever controller you want to. You can set the controller up to wake up with the button. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if you set the PlayStation controller up like that. I take that back. But there are some controllers you can, set up to have it do that. And you in the game. Don't even have to sniff Windows. You see what I'm saying? You order it from the shop like that. Steam OS already on there. So then you got situations like that. We got free online. They get more multiplayer experiences. They get a lot of the small AA experiences that people love to say. Shout Legendary Drop. They're killing the AAA industry. They're killing them. This game is. They love doing stuff like that. Love producing videos. But anyway, they get a lot of those. You know what I mean? And obviously you get sales, but sales kind of like bro, we're not gonna act like PlayStation Plus don't have sales. We're not gonna act like Nintendo don't have sales. They have sales also. It just may not be as deep of a discount. They may not last just as long, which is another thing why people like the physical. People use the example of you might can go into the, and I don't necessarily, while I do agree with the example, I don't look at it as something that's as vast. Because if I buy a game or somebody buys a brand new game and end up having to take it back for whatever reason, the mom didn't agree with the kid having the game, I end up not enjoying the game. Sure, an individual could go back in there and get it at a reduced cost, but that's not going to be for the vast majority of people. Not going to be able to go in there 2 days later and buy that game at a discount. It's going to be like 1 or 2 people that's able to do that. So while it is an example and it can be applicable, majority of people are not going to be able to do it because it's not going to be enough of them. It's not going to be enough people returning it for it to really make a difference. Even though you either just have to know somebody at the store or get lucky. You know what I mean? So while I agree with it and it does happen, but even still, it don't even got to be that soon. Like a month later, you might be online, you can find a joint. 2 months later, you can find a joint. $10 off, $15 off, $20 off. Select few publishers that reduce their stuff drastically quickly. Ubisoft, one of them. A lot of time they release a game later on, you better find that game for $30, $40 from full price, off full price. You see what I'm saying? Jump on Facebook Marketplace. $20, $30 off. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to do that shit no more. You're not gonna be able to do it no more. So, that just seems to make gaming all the more expensive. Because now you got to buy it at retail. And not to say that some people are just prone to waiting for sales anyway. Especially, it's different times in the year where you have digital sales. They got the spring sale, deals under 20. Like the PSN does indeed have sales. It's just not as deep of a discount. Nintendo eShop does indeed have sales. It's just not, a lot of times, it's not as quick and not as much as what you could get a physical for. People are showing how Ghost of Tsushima is still full price. Right now it is full price, but Days of Play is at full price. So you will have to adjust your view and start really actively looking for a sale. If you don't want to pay you retail. Well, and a lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? When these sales pop off, they are advertised. And people do end up going to buy a lot of games that they don't even end up playing. So it ends up being a waste any fucking way. You know what I mean? But that's them. That's their money. That's how they choosing to engage with the situation. So there ain't really too much you can say about it, to be honest with you. It ain't too much you can say about it at all. And PlayStation they ain't said a darn thing. They've been quiet I don't imagine. They got Monday. If they don't say that Monday, they're not going to say nothing. They're going to act like it didn't happen. They're going to pop up with the next state of play or the next whatever. Pop up with intergalactic gameplay. You know, pop up with some God of War Lao Fei. Pop with a release date. You know what I'm saying? And they'll hope everybody forget. But if everybody inside of that chat, inside that comment section spamming, which I fully believe, if they up in that joint spamming and they continue to do so through every announcement, every live stream, every blog post, in them comments, because you got to make an account. I think, you got to attach your account in order to comment on a blog post. Attach your freaking account. Say something. It's one of the homies is looking into presenting, I don't want to say presenting some legislation, but contacting the representative of this shit. Straight up. We seen a politician over in Paris say something. Like, bro, and for far too long, the gamers have been complicit. Far too long, we have been complicit in just not saying nothing. Just allowing it and not caring. Going along with it. Oh, I don't care. I can play the game. I don't care. It don't affect me. I don't care. I only play 3 games a year. It's a lot of that. And like I say, I'm part of the problem. I buy digital and I engage with the cloud. Baby. And to be, it served me well. But that don't mean that it's gonna continue to serve me well. That don't mean they're not gonna now they're gonna now try and take a mile. Cause this is what they do. They hit you when you get comfortable. Yeah. How many times you remember as a youth waiting till your mama sleep before you ask her for something? Cause she more likely to say yeah. She more likely to say yeah because she have sleep. Mama, can I go such and such? Mama, can I have such and such? Yeah, go ahead. Cause she don't fucking know she comfortable. She about to sleep. Boy, we used to wait till she about to sleep before we go ask her for something. Cause we knew she more likely to say yes. Then she wake up, be on your ass. What y'all doing? What you said? Be on your fucking ass. Cause she don't know what she doing. Shit, you know what I mean? She about knocked out. She just worked all night. Or whatever schedule she had. But yeah, we did that. Yeah. And that's how they doing us right here. Why are we comfortable? Gaming like a motherfucker. Oh, well, we just and they was hoping and we was gonna hit them with the yeah, go ahead. They was hoping that shit. Nah. Folks said nah. Nah. I'm not rolling with it. When I seen the individual, man, was for whatever reason hype. Because like even if you are like why hype? If it don't affect you, then why are you so adamant to let the world know and go underneath everybody's post who it does affect, saying, I don't care, you should have prepared. We've seen this coming. How are you surprised? Because everybody always know every fucking thing on the internet. It ain't a soul that's caught off guard by shit on the internet. I knew this was coming. Shut up. You know you didn't. No, you fucking didn't. These be the worst motherfuckers to interact with on the net, bro. They know every fucking thing. They ain't never wrong. They see shit coming a mile away. Then motherfuckers talking about, now that I've slept on it, I've slept on it and I've seen such and such individuals speak on it. I shut up. Shut up. It's a lot of bullshit going on around this too. See an individual throw their PlayStation 5 in some games and controller away. Took out their trash, put it in a fresh bag. Fresh, crisp bag. Still had the creases in that bitch. Had the fragrance in that joint bumping probably. Slid they stuff in there. Rest assured after they filmed that video, they got all that stuff up out of there. All of it up out of there. I seen a lot of people doing a lot of shit like that, but I ain't seen nobody canceling that GTA 6 pre-order. Not a soul cancel that bitch. Not a soul. Like, come on now. I'm going to tell you, this is what I'm going to do. Every game I'm interested in playing, I'm buying that bitch physical. Henceforth, buying that bitch physical. That's what I'm doing. I'm not going to go out here and buy everything, because I just don't believe in having everything. That's not what I'm going to do. This is not what I'm going to do. I only want to have games that I'm genuinely interested in, or I played and enjoyed, and that or I got an attachment to. A lot of people will just go out and buy everything, which is cool. That's even better. But it's a place where you can meet this practically. You know what I mean? It's a place you can meet it with practicality. No, shout out to the big homie. He out here buying. And he passionate about that aspect of it too. Because you do have a lot of people who engage with video games by just collecting them, just having them. I want to have every game made by this publisher. I want to have every game made by this developer. I want to have every single game made in history for this system, this console. It's people that engage like that. And that's cool. Cool on them. But it's also people that do something similar and also play and beat all these bitches. You know what I mean? And I fuck with it. I fuck with all of it. Because at the end of the day, even if you're not playing the game, you still involved with the hobby. You still spending money with the hobby. You know, and in some of these posts where people are posting their physical collection and talking about fuck you, Sony, you see individuals who ain't even got a PS5 game in the picture. Which, I'm like, hold on. It would hit harder if there was some PS4, PS5 joints in there and it wasn't just retro stuff. But hey, fuck it. Come on. We'll take you over here. And I'm not trying to co-opt this situation, like I say, because initially I wasn't going to speak on it. Because I engage mostly digital, you know, at this point. But I felt like it's something I can't be quiet about neither. Because it affects everybody. This is something people want to act like layoffs and studio closures. It's the industry. No, because like I said, you could, for every studio that's closing or every studio that's having layoff, you could trace back through that lineage and see where the ball been dropped. Their last game ain't sell worth for nothing. They ain't put no game out in 10 years. Even and the last game they put out before that, it didn't sell worth for darn. You could trace back to why certain studios in the situation they in. I don't look at that as the industry. I look at that as the studio. But something like this sends shockwaves throughout the industry. It do. It affect everybody everywhere. It's going to affect all publishers. It's going to affect all gamers. Because who's to say now that everything going to be all digital, sales last for a short amount of time. The amount off a game is lower. Instead of 30% off, now you only get 15. Instead of a week-long sale, it's only 3 days. You know, it's certain stuff that could potentially happen. It's going to have ramifications. And I'm not even going to doom and gloom. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of individual either, saying it's all bad, it's gone to hell, and we might as well quit gaming and game this. I'm not going to do that. Still play your games and still enjoy gaming. That's what it's all about at the end of the day, playing and enjoying games. At the end of the day, if you're not playing and enjoying games, it might be time for you to take a break. Go take a whitewater rafting or something. You know what I'm saying? But people spend a lot of money. And if all you do is to engage with the hobby is buy physical games and play physical games, you spending a lot of money. Your dollar is just as important as the all digital dollar. They still tallying that bitch up on the sales calls and whatever meetings and all this other stuff they got going on. All this stuff tally up. They still profiting on all this stuff. So man, just continue, lift your voice, make it heard, and enjoy games. Enjoy games. If this is something you're really passionate about, keep saying something. Don't just let it die out like the key card situation is. Cause that died the fuck off. People were upset for a day. Oh, it's all good now. Everybody getting started for pre-ordering Star Fox and playing that and whatever, which is fine. Enjoy games. But I always, when it's a situation that come to like boycotting and really making a difference, I always harken back to the Sword and Seal situation where everybody swore they was gonna boycott. Then that bitch came out and broke records. Ain't nothing like that happened on PlayStation. People said they was gonna boycott Yote and this, that, and the third, and it came out and it didn't do nothing crazy. So maybe it did have an effect. You know what I mean? Which a lot of people do leave out. People want to just stick to, oh, well, it's sold faster than such and such. Man, they ain't said nothing about that game since. Nothing about that game. It makes you believe or wonder if it did what they say it did. And another thing too, where people are calling into question the numbers aspect as far as the split of digital to physical. I said late 70s, a percentage of the late 70s, mid 80s, low 80s. Or did I say mid 70s to low 80s? I think I might have said mid 70s to low 80s. So I never really gave a specific, I just gave a range. But we also got to be careful with that type of stuff. If we gonna throw the numbers out, we got to be ready to throw the numbers out. That means we can't harken back to numbers to prove no points. We can't harken back to no numbers to make no argument. If we throw the numbers out, that's cool. But we got to be careful. We can't throw the numbers out, and then when the game we like and love sell a certain amount, we automatically running with that because they was just inconsistent in lying about numbers over here. So why wouldn't they be inconsistent in lying about numbers over there? That's a person would say that, and what you gonna say in return? Nothing, because you just validated that they do fuck with the numbers. You validated that. So we gotta be careful. I don't really like I'd rather not. To be honest, I'd rather not throw the numbers away because that's really all we got. We don't got no access to no back end, and I do not by any means want to give companies like Alenia any kind of power because they've been proven to be on the bullshit already. That's a fresh company and they proven to be on the bullshit. Incorrect, inconsistent, deleting posts. And if we throw numbers away, we give people like that more power, which I don't believe should even exist. They don't do nothing. They don't make gaming better. If you don't make gaming better, you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here. I think journalists they've ran their course. They shouldn't be here. A lot of these content creators who were potentially supposed to take the place of these journalists ran their course. They took it to a whole different direction. They shouldn't be here. But free market. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do when you want to do it. If people like watching, they're going to watch it. You're going to be popular for it and make money and provide for your family. It is what it is. But, not going to hold y'all no longer. I'm hoping to finish up Adventures of Elliot this week. Great game. Shareholders even spoke to the greatness of that game, which is, you know what I'm saying? It make you, when you have a shareholder speak to the greatness of a game, it really make you think. Because a lot of times we look at shareholders as like bloodthirsty, leeches, and all about the money. Rarely do we ever think, if at all, of a shareholder playing the game. We don't really ever think of that. And we forget. We forget that it may be shareholders in there that actually enjoy games. It may be shareholders in there who got involved because they love the company, they love the publisher, they enjoy the games that company makes. We just want to look at them as they just there for the cash, which I'm sure, yeah, they are there for the cash, but also they might be passionate about games. They might be. So, you know what I'm saying? That gave me a little more perspective of not every bean counter is just a bean counter. Sure, at the end of the day, you got a job to do, but you might care a little bit more than the other people, the other ones. You know, so we got to remember there's also a very human element inside of these job titles. These people who go to these places, put these suits on, put on these badges, they are individuals like you and I. And we don't want to, and I'm harshly critical of developers on the ground floor, or just the people who making the games. Because I feel like too quickly, too often, we'll throw all the blame on the manager. But we've all had a manager who was willing to work with us, who was willing to be lenient. You know what I'm saying? Who probably should have written your ass up, but didn't write your ass up. Because you know what? They understood you was probably going through something that day. Y'all might just be cool. You know what I mean? So stuff do slip through the cracks because of that human element. Man, fuck it. I'm going to give him another week or two. Oh, man, they can't get it right. I believe he can get it right, but he just can't. So I'm going to keep getting the opportunity. You know what I mean? It's a very real human element in there. And, people lose sight of that. Also, folk that be in there fucking up and fucking around and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I refuse to believe that every developer's up in that bitch giving 110% like they present. Like, fuck no. Fuck no. And the fact that they pushing it make me believe it even less. Oh, everybody working hard, bro. Chill out. It's also some motherfuckers in there that don't get started fucking working till 10 fucking 30. It's also some motherfuckers in there that constantly taking bathroom fucking breaks. Also some motherfuckers in there that come back from lunch break 20 minutes after the fact. That aside, catch y'all in the next one. We got episode freaking 20 coming up next. Gonna be a good one. You know what I mean? Because it's always something happening. It's always something to talk about inside the game. Catch me next Tuesday on the Will 777JP channel. Just playing live stream over there, RPG88. And again, every Saturday, 11 a.m., GGR podcast. I also been back posting videos throughout the week. 1 or 2 inside of the week, depending on the comings and goings of the games industry and what's happening with games, etc. Catch me. Head over there, drop a like, drop a comment, watch the video. And do that over here. Drop a like, drop a comment, drop a subscribe if you want to. Catch y'all outside the next one. I'm gone.